Whoa, America, is this Lex? You know, we got some freaking bumbleclot news, right? This Diddy situation is a never-ending freaky rabbit hole of weird industry behavior. We have some exclusive footage from Shout Out News Nation. This attorney, Miss Ariel Mitchell Kidd, did an interview on News Nation, and she confirmed that Diddy was recording the freak-offs. She confirmed that other people were involved. And in this upcoming clip that y'all gonna see, she doesn't say exactly who was in one of the clips, but she said that somebody more powerful than Diddy is caught on the freak off. And she also says that the tapes are being shopped around. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta hear this. America, peep this.
Just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
this
I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but Mr.
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he's at his home, Diddy. And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video. So it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped. It doesn't seem like they're active participant in the videotaping, like they're being surreptitiously recorded it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I wanted to ask you about the police report we talked about, but when your client came out, obviously the neighbor knew. Did she talk to her family? Did she talk to her friends? Did she have another lawyer? Let's go back to your client.
So at the time, she, as most rape victims are, they feel a lot of shame.
Absolutely.
And they don't want to vocalize what happened to them because then it makes it real. So they kind of internalize it and get over it. Mm-hmm. And due to the high profile nature that it was Mr. Combs who did this, she was afraid for her life. She was concerned that if she was to come forward and say something, that no one would believe her, because we're talking about 2018 when Mr. Combs was still pretty much at the height of his career, still very much so an icon and influential figure. Mm-hmm. So she's just a young girl from Northern California who's gonna believe that he had done something to her like this. So she didn't tell anybody. She did not hire an attorney. All she did was make the police report in the hopes that maybe the police would try to investigate and come up with anything. But she said she kind of felt from the police that they were disregarding what she was saying, even without saying Mr. Combs' name. So she didn't feel any confidence that revealing his name would have done anything.
Sure. I mean, but there's a police report.
Yeah.
I mean, that fact in of itself is a big deal, because when you're talking about going back in time and talking about these allegations from other alleged victims, you know, there's not a lot of police reports, but you guys actually have one. And is that going to be revealed? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I will be attaching the criminal complaint that was made. I'll attach the number so everyone can see that this is a real number and can go to the police department there and request their own copy of that police report that was made back in 2018.
Well, that's going to be a huge deal when it happens, obviously, so we want to follow up on that. Did Mr. Combs have any reaction? Do you know if he was interviewed? I mean, he was named in the police report?
I don't think so. Based on what she said, she really felt that the police were trying to bury this and disregard her claims and not really investigate, which is another reason why a lot of victims don't report these things to the police. We have to address the elephant in the room is that we have victims, especially women, who go to the police, who are typically men, who don't actually investigate these things. They victim blame, they victim shame, and women don't feel safe or even protected to even make these claims because they don't think they'll be taken seriously, nor will their claims be investigated.
Right. Well, your client should be proud of herself for filing that claim and making that call and going for help, because that's a huge deal. And of course, these are allegations. We want to say that. What was it like for you when you got this phone call, when you realized what you were going to be stepping into?
After talking to her, I just wanted to protect her. I just wanted to help her. She seemed as somebody very broken by this experience. And it was very concerning for me to hear her saying these things and expressing this very deep trauma associated with what happened to her. I just wanted to make sure that, number one, she was heard and we can get her voice to the masses, and maybe Mr. Combs will actually, like right now, we're starting to see.
America, is this not about to be pandemonium? When you really think about it, there's only maybe 5 or 6 people that we know in pop culture with more prestige than Diddy, or more status than Diddy. Diddy is one of the most well-known, famous people in the world. There was somebody in his Atlanta home that was caught getting freaky on camera. They got caught with their hand in a cookie jar and with their hand in the baby oil looking greasy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really gonna be pandemonium. This attorney, Miss Ariel Mitchell Kidd, is representing a Diddy, somebody that's accusing Diddy of trying to traffic them. Now, America, this thing is about to get really, really nasty. Let's check this out. The attorney says that her client was served a drink and she started feeling woozy, and then Combs essayed her with an inanimate object and then directed another gentleman to essay her while he watched and pleasured himself. Ladies and gentlemen, that at this point, this allegedly sounds like typical Diddy-ness. This just sounds like how Diddy get down at this point, but this is not the crazy part. The crazy part is that Mitchell, the attorney, Miss Mitchell Kidd, says that her client was able to escape running to the streets. A neighbor reportedly witnessed the escape. Yo, America, is that not absurd? Deadass. A woman running away from mid-freak off. I'm like, yo, how did he get away with that? In the clip, I don't know if y'all heard, but they said that she reported it and the police could have brushed it off or something along those lines. But look, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, all of the rumors that have been circulating about this has been true. 90% of the rumors connected to Diddy have been true. This attorney said that they got someone else on surveillance, on recording, on tape. They didn't know that they were being recorded. They was getting down and dirty in Atlanta, and these tapes are being shopped around Hollywood. America, it's really about to go up. This is going to lead to some type of reformation with the entertainment industry. When you really think of that, even the Forbes list, right? Diddy has been on the Forbes hip-hop music mogul list for the past 15, 20 years. Since they started doing that, Diddy has always been on that list. There's not much more people with more prestige and status than this guy, y'all. We gotta bring that up again because, look, I don't want to say no names, but by the process of elimination, there's really only a few people who that could be. Now, what they were doing, I don't know if that was illegal or not. That's only one person, and the attorney, she also alluded to the fact that there's more. She didn't say a tape, she said the tapes. She said that the tapes, plural, are being shopped around Hollywood. But if that situation happened in Atlanta, how they being shopped around in Hollywood? America. In between Diddy's next status hearing and now, if one of these things leak, they're being shopped around, somebody could buy it and leak it. America. The industry got their hands under their asses right now. This is absolutely about to be pandemonium. America, make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all let me know if I'm wilding. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be up for this. Alright? Make sure y'all subscribe. Y'all know it's Astrostetics. Let's get it. Bit. Yeah, man.